Welcome back to Conversations That Build, hosted as always by Virtually. Jeudi a conversation que nous gagnons à la tourner autour de un main subject qui c'est how your thought shapes your will-being. We are joined today by a young entrepreneur and hacker. He didn't just think differently, but he became different. Let's build, let's start with. So welcome to the show, and I'm happy to have you today. So let's talk a little bit about yourself, who you are, and who you were before you stepped into entrepreneurship and parenting.
Okay, so for those who don't know, my name is Jamond. I'm not only an entrepreneur, like she said, I'm also an author. So who I was before I did all of this, let's just say I was a student of life. I did many things. I'm a man from many places where I can't speak up. Mm-hmm. Also, well, let's just say I have a lot of traits. I could do a lot. I think a lot. I make stuff happen.
Overthinking or something else? Someone met you before you stepped into entrepreneurship. Like, how was your mindset, your habits, and your environment?
Well, let's just say I was raised in a good environment. Mindset, very disciplined at a young age. Most people would say I got too old for my age, as in I'm way older than I'm think. I take that as a compliment, because most people my age don't act the same way as normally childish. They always doing stuff they ain't supposed to. Yeah, stuff like that. Always get distracted.
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, it's normal.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
I just was raised there because all it really is.
Okay, what made you become that old before your age?
Let's just say I did a lot of observation. Like before I do something, I normally observe. As in I think about how should I do it? What way should I do it? How would it affect me in this type of way also? Always think outside the box.
You just go deeply into like why or like
exactly.
How.
It's all about trying to understand the meaning of it. Most of the time it can help like hidden motives. I like that. I love challenges.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's why you were an entrepreneur, right?
Exactly.
Do you think that you are someone who like be perfect or?
I wouldn't say perfect. Everybody have their ups and downs and stuff like that. Different personalities. I'm in between.
Between?
Yes. In between perfect and whatever it is besides perfect.
Okay, because I used to deal with that too.
What I could say about that, it's all about doing your best. Don't try to half do it. When you do it, just go in full force. Try to get it done with your best effort and, you know.
It's not good sometimes because you always again at being ready to do it and be prepared to do it. Let's go back to the subject of today. So what was the moment or situation that made you realize you needed to change something?
Let's just say there was a point of life where, well, let me rephrase that. How I grew up with nothing, right? Started to have a little bit, then it went away, then came back again, then it went away.
Like survival mode?
Huh?
Survival mode?
Survival mode, there you go, yeah. So, when you're in a position of having nothing, it should give you a drive and motivation to do something, to be more, to have more, to achieve more. That's how I look at it. Coming from nothing, you always should put yourself in a position to be more.
What was harder for you? Changing your circumstances or changing your thinking?
Let's say changing your thinking. Because like I said, you become what you think about. So all causation is mental. It all starts in your mind. Change the way how you think, then you change your reality. The circumstances, what I could say about that is circumstances do not make the man or woman. It merely reveals him to himself. It's not about what happens to you, but how you respond to what happens to you that counts.
What inspired you to write a book called Mastering
Thoughts into Reality?
Yeah, it's okay.
My inspiration on that book, wow, it's deep and very long actually. So it's like, Growing up, I always used to observe a lot. Before we do something, I always used to think about, how it would affect this or that, how it would affect me, like I said in the beginning. Um, Mastering thoughts into reality was really based on the challenge how people think, how people achieve certain stuff in life. And it's like philosophy really, it opened my mind. So I had a lot of interest in philosophy when I was younger and psychology. Most people would say I'm a therapist because I know how to talk. I know how to understand a lot of situations based on both sides. It's all about balance.
What is it?
Balance.
Balance, yeah.
Understanding things in different perspective and different point of views, stuff like that. So that right there made me want to write a book when I was younger, but wasn't actually mastering thoughts in reality. It was about how people think. So back in high school, we had English classes, and they normally used to be like, write a story about this or that. Like they'll give us a subject to write about, and we'd have to elaborate and extend it. Let's just say that was one of my favorite things to do, because when I'm writing, I feel as though I get to express my thinking more. I get to come more.
If someone read your book and remembers only one lesson, what should it be?
A man cannot conquer the world if he has not conquered himself within. That's one of the mottos inside my book. So in the book, it actually have more than one mottos. Each chapter has a motto. Opening has like 2 mottos. I would really suggest you to read it. Trust me. It's powerful.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. A lot of people hear your thoughts create your reality, but don't know how to apply it. What's 2 or 3 practical steps that someone can start doing? Tell us.
So practical steps. One thing I started at a very young age, always thinking positive. Thinking negative all the times, it's not really good. It's not good for the mind. It's not good for mastering your thoughts into reality because you're always sidetracked by negative thoughts. So thinking positive is the first step. Next step, eliminate distractions. Eliminate distractions. Because most of the time you can get distracted.
You have to keep that in mind, sir.
Yeah. So distractions and procrastination. Procrastinating a lot is not good. You either do it or find a way to do it. That's what I always tell myself. And then another thing is discipline creates results, not motivation. It could lead to motivation, but most of the time motivation dies. But discipline is more structural.
Yes, it's more structured, I can say. Because sometimes you can wake up and feel tired.
Yep.
Don't want to do it, but if you know that you have to do it even tired, right?
I agree.
Okay. Can you share a real moment where mastering your thoughts, like change your outcome?
Alright, so let's take it back on the business side. With that question, I would say in business, you can face a lot of challenges and stuff when it comes to the customer's last minute requests. So with me, I have a saying, a customer's last minute request should never be a problem with the right alternative, but to an extent. Because if the alternative is wrong, then, anything could happen. But in my perspective, I always look at it as in either I find a way or make one. But I'm gonna make it happen either way. So with that right there, it allowed me to gain more clients with that mindset. So I had to master my thinking to master my reality. So it worked in my favor, actually.
Okay, that's really good. When you're more clients, more money.
Exactly.
Tell us about what you do, like your business.
Alright, so my business is a shipping company, freight forwarding, I can say. So what I normally do, I help other businesses like overseas, international businesses. They send items to my warehouse. I consolidate, I pack it. They send it on a boat and they send it to the country of their preference. So vehicle export, cause, I got customers that have businesses, electrical companies, shipping companies as well. I help them. I could do a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot there.
Okay. What is one struggle that you have to face that people don't see? Like, as you are an entrepreneur.
Struggle that I have to face. Let's just say when no one's around to help, all the pressure's on me, as always. So it's all about putting myself in a position to make it happen. Procrastination may happen, but I'm gonna get it done.
Little bit. Procrastinate
Yeah,
little bit.
I try my best not to procrastinate at all. So what gives me motivation is discipline. Why discipline? Because like I said, discipline is always structural.
What kind of person you have to become, like internally, to become who you are now? What to change? I mean, so what you have to let go to become Jamond now? Is it something like that, or like you can add more?
Person I had to become, or what I had to let go is, well, let's say, I wouldn't say let go, but overthinking. Most of the time, overthinking could delay circumstances. So I had to try my best to overthink less based on situations. You have to be quick on your feet. Find something you want to do it right away. Procrastinate, I had to lower that as well. Business, you can't really procrastinate a lot because you're working on people's time. Time is money.
Yes.
So,
Young and already built. What do you think your generation is getting wrong about success?
so success doesn't come fast. All of that social media distractions, it gives you motivation to feel as though, you can get right away, but real life, it actually takes time. Like strategic thinking, all of that. You gotta wake up every day and night thinking about your goal and your dream, stuff like that. Fast life could be good, could be bad, but what happens when it's not there anymore? Yeah, so the main thing is, let's just say, the main thing is success isn't really something you chase. It's something you grow into.
That's your advice for them, right?
Yes.
That's really good. So what would you tell someone who watching you now to do, like to start turning the doubt into reality?
Well, the first thing what I would say is purchase my book, Mastering Thoughts into Reality. It's like it's a guide. Some people may use it as a tool, or I can't really say what I want to say, but as a weapon, because it's based on some sort of psychology and it's really dark and cold. But what I could say is, I could leave a little speech for you guys. To have more, you simply have to become more. It's not about what you have, but what you do with what you have that separates winners from losers. It's not about what happens to you, but how you respond to what happens to you that counts. Like I said in the beginning, circumstances do not make the man or woman. It merely reveals them to himself. Your response to the adversity of life is the real measure of who you are and where you are to become. So for me, life is like this, but I prefer this. It's all about putting yourself in a position to do more, to achieve more, to become more. It's all about saying that, if you face an outcome, find a way to make it happen. And even if you're staring at your goal and you dream every day and night reviewing it, you're just saying to yourself, it's not over until I win. It's not over until I win.
Again? It's
not over until I win. Yep.
So, this is the last thing that you want to tell them. It's
Yes.
like, it's not over.
It's not over until I win.
Oh, So I really appreciate you coming here today, and it was a great conversation.
Yes.
And I can say if you guys wanna buy the book, you can go and where exactly?
It's on Amazon. It's on Barnes and Noble. If you want, it's on a couple other platforms as well. Yeah.
Okay, the name of the book is Mastering
Thoughts into Reality.
Reality.
Yes, you can also check it on Google.
Okay. So thank you again, and I appreciate that. And so I hope to see you again. And
will do.
Thank you for being my guest today.
All right.
It was Conversations That Build. Until next time. Bye.